be both. You are not yet 1 in 20, Sarah. You are as far from claiming the title of spinster as I am. Olivia, her dearest friend and hostess for the next month, peered at her over a colourful arrangement of mid-autumn flowers. Olivia's pale blonde curls complemented the mint-green walls of her private sitting-room, with its gilded-framed paintings of wildflowers, the same hues as those at her fingertips. Her friend had a consoling yet animated air about her, every clip of a stem done with a flourish and an energy that Sarah's downtrodden countenance had long forgotten. You did not, however, unintentionally poison your sister. Only because I do not have a sister. Were I in possession of one, she would have undoubtedly been the victim of my well-intended meddling, same as yours. Besides, you could not have planned for Albina's overindulgence. How were you to know she would take to your particular blend of licorice tea and consume it in such vast quantities? She stuck the chrysanthemum into a cluster of dahlias, protruding from a porcelain vase. A crackling fire in the stone hearth did its best to ward off the chill of the glum October afternoon. Wrapping the knitted yarn around her shoulders, she said, "If only you were so lucky to have a sister." "I have 4 brothers." Olivia reached for Sarah's hand and clasped it between her own. Her flesh was warm in spite of the chill. "It is I who should be fearing spinsterhood. There is not a man alive who is brave or silly enough to seek my hand, not when they must cross paths with each of my brothers first. Were I to have a house full of brothers who could share an intelligent conversation, you would seek out female companionship as I have done. While brothers are diverting, they do not possess a basic understanding of fashion, gossip, or human emotion." She gave Sarah's hand a squeeze. "It has been a joy having you here these past few days. Be assured, when the time for your departure arrives, I will not let you go easily, unless—" "Unless what?" Sarah asked. "You are ensnared by Cupid's arrow, and the husband you seek has arrived to whisk you away to a happily ever after." Sarah pulled her hand from Olivia's and laughed. "Then it looks as though mine will be a difficult departure, indeed. When my mother's carriage arrives to return me to Rosehurst, grieving shall be the order of the day. There is nothing for me there but empty rooms, reminding me of what my sisters have, and I have not." "I thought you were to return to your sister and assist her with a lying-in." "I did as well. However, I received word this morning that Albina believes Henrietta, as the elder with 2 children of her own, would be of more assistance than I, with none." Olivia slid another chrysanthemum into the arrangement. "Rosehurst is a fine home." "That it is," conceded Sarah with a small smile. "But a home is only a building without the souls who dwell within its walls. My sisters and I are close, or at least we were. I feel as though they are slipping away, their conversations more about married life, their children, and their homes than the books we used to read so voraciously, or which fashions we thought the most ridiculous. Albina's decision to choose Henrietta over me, her own twin, for her lying-in, only serves to strengthen my purpose." She peered at her friend through the fragrant greenery. "I need a husband." Olivia craned round the flora to stare at Sarah. "So that you may share in your sister's conversations?" "Were it only conversations, Sarah would not have the stench of desperation clinging to her like a cheap bombazine. What kept her awake at night, what had worn her fingernails into painful torn stubs, was a fear that was quickly becoming a reality. Her isolation from everything she once held dear. She was a societal pariah, a leper, a stain on her family's once good name, and her sister's children would suffer because of it. She needed a husband to polish off the tarnish and redeem her in the eyes of those whose opinions mattered. "You must think of the positive and indulge in a little whimsy," Olivia persisted. She snatched a pink aster from the pile and twirled it between her forefinger and thumb. "You only need a little faith, like the heroines in your beloved books." Sarah blinked away her wayward thoughts to stare at her friend. "All the leads in my stories end up alone, or dead. Everyone is owed a second chance, especially..."